Hey, this is Igor. Welcome to this training. Give me a quick one in the chat just so I know you can hear me. All right, perfect, fantastic, great. So I'm really excited to be here. It's Thursday, I think it's April 14th, if my memory serves me right. Please forgive me. Earlier today, I had to wake up real early, had to go get an MRI for my back. The neurologist said I might have some spinal disc issues there, and have to get that checked out. So, but the good thing is that in spite of my lower back hurting like hell, more often than not, the good thing is that I can make money online with affiliate marketing, and this is going to be the topic of today's call. But this is not just going to be about just any affiliate marketing, because I don't know if you knew this, but there's many different types of affiliate marketing out there. There's many different types of offers out there. And one of the most common questions I get from beginners is, Igor, which offers should I promote? And, which offers are better? Which offers are worse? Should I do low ticket, high ticket, etc.? And, what's interesting is that you might not even have to be promoting offers that have a price tag on them, because as an affiliate, if you know what you're doing, if you know some of the secrets that we're going to be sharing on this call today, you can get paid for promoting offers that don't have a price tag. You can be getting paid for free stuff, promoting free stuff, free websites, and all kinds of stuff that doesn't necessarily mean you have to generate a sale to make a commission. And I know it sounds a bit crazy, like, yeah, I can refer somebody to download a free app, or I can refer somebody to enter their information into a zip a form or something like that, and get paid for that. And yeah, you can. In fact, the commissions are so lucrative that as long as you know where to get the traffic, which is also something we're going to be covering in this call today, you can easily scale this to $10,000 a month on a completely part-time basis, without anyone ever knowing your name. And that's exactly how my co-instructor today, William Souza from Brazil, is doing it. In fact, William is a super affiliate. He's now made over 8 figures with affiliate marketing. But I bet you never heard his name. You never seen him on launches, on leaderboards. He's not like famous on ClickBank or anything like that. And that's because he's like really truly underground. He's like truly an underground affiliate that nobody knows his name, but at the same time he's making a boatload of money. And one of the reasons is because he's promoting these secret offers that pay him for not necessarily sales, but rather for different actions. And William's actually going to be doing a live demo of a real affiliate campaign. He's going to be running, he's going to be discussing his traffic sources, which offers he prefers to promote and why, where to get them, and kind of giving you the step-by-step blueprint to making $10,000 per month, even if you're a complete newbie. Okay? And this is, like I said, going to be very different from the typical affiliate marketing stuff where people come in, they're like, hey, sign up on ClickBank and, run PPC ads to ClickBank. This is not going to be this. This is a little bit more advanced. This is a little bit more underground, if you will. This is a little bit less mainstream, and therefore, of course, it's effective, right? If few people know about the strategy, that's my belief, then, of course, it's going to be effective. So, look, I'm not going to give you much more about William. I think his results speak for themselves, and I think him demoing a campaign for you is going to really just kind of show you a picture that's worth a thousand words, so to speak. All I just want to say is this is going to be a bit advanced. Okay, so if you're a brand new newbie, like if you're somebody who's really inexperienced in affiliate marketing, this might feel like, oh, where am I? Like it might be a little bit too deep for me. But trust me when I say this, William does a great job of taking an advanced concept and breaking it down in simple terms, as well as he's got a great system that he's going to introduce later that you can use as a beginner to skyrocket to 10K per month. All right, so help me welcome William. Take it away.
Thanks a lot for the great introduction, and hello everyone, William Souza here, and I am super excited to be doing this webinar here with you today. I hope you're excited as well, and before we get started, I want to ask you to please give me a 1 in the chat if you can listen to me loud and clear. Just want to make sure that we don't have any technical issues before we get this going. All right, getting 1s here, perfect. Okay, so I want to start by saying that today I have a phenomenal presentation in store for you. In fact, I am confident that this will be the best marketing webinar you will ever attend. And I know there are tons of webinars out there, and I know that this is a really bold claim, but honestly, I really believe I can deliver exactly that to you, because what you're going to learn here today is just phenomenal. It's the type of thing that you can easily put into practice, implement, and generate results with in a matter of days. So that's why I hope you're excited about today's webinar as well. But before we get started with the training, I just like to be 100% transparent every time I teach a strategy or a method for people to start an online business or scale an online business, because business is business, and results, they may always vary from one person to another. Businesses are different, and you will see some amazing strategies during this webinar. You will see results that I have managed to achieve with those strategies. You will see results that other people have achieved using those strategies. And I want to tell you that it's really possible that you will achieve even better results when you implement these strategies, or similar results, but it's also possible that you will achieve worse results. So I just want to be very transparent before we get this going, all right? And there's another thing that's also very important. I want to say that everything that you will see here today, because you will see some remarkable things here, so I think it is important to mention that everything that you will see on this webinar is 100% ethical and legal, all right? Because one of the things we'll be doing here, I don't know if you know that already, but one of the things we'll be doing here today is a live campaign demonstration. Yeah, I'm saying that I'm going to run a campaign here live right in front of your eyes, generate some fantastic results, and you will really have that, experience of seeing a profitable campaign, generating money. And I think that this is going to completely change the way you see internet marketing and the way you conduct your business. But because that's so impressive, sometimes people may get the idea that this guy may be doing something illegal or unethical there. So I just want to make sure that right out of the gate, you understand that everything you will see here today is ethical and illegal. All right. And one thing you may have in your mind, since you're here on a webinar, is that, okay, I'm spending some time here, but what is in it for me? What kind of results can I expect to achieve with the information I will be getting today? So I don't want to show you only fantastic results. You will see some fantastic stuff, because lots of things are possible with these strategies I'll be showing you here today. But the first thing I want to show you is what kind of results beginners, newbies have been achieving with the exact information I'll be delivering to you today. So here are a few testimonials from beginners, people who just started their first online business, and what kind of things they were able to accomplish in their first days running that business. So the first one says, I am now making more than $7,000 a month. Okay, it's not $1 million a month, but imagine just, having a simple business that consumes only maybe 1 hour a day of your time and generates $7,000 a month. How amazing would that be? The next one says, but hey, it's $130 in my first day. It's the first time I make more than $500 online. I have been averaging $50 to $100 a day consistently. I just had my first $200 day. All 3 days together have generated $1,175 in revenue. I mean, this is really amazing stuff, because this is the type of thing you can achieve when you implement what you're going to be learning here today. So give me a yes in the chat if you are excited to achieve this kind of results starting literally, after this webinar, right after the webinar. Many yeses. Awesome. Fantastic. And specifically, this is what you will be learning here today. So you're going to learn how to get quality traffic paying just pennies per click. This is the number one thing you need to learn if you want to be able to run a successful business on the internet. Because of course, any online business needs traffic, but the main roadblock beginners face when starting a business on the internet is that they can get quality traffic or cheap traffic, but never, both things together. And that is actually the key to get results. Because if you get quality traffic, you may get conversions, but you will never be able to turn a positive ROI with your campaigns because you're getting burned by the high cost per click or high cost per mile of your traffic. And if you get traffic for just pennies, but it's really junk traffic, it's going to be money being wasted because you never get conversions. And again, you won't be able to turn a profit. So I'm going to show you a different way to generate traffic on the internet that can actually help you achieve both of these things at the same time, quality and affordable. All right. So that's thing number one. The second thing is that, once you have a solid, consistent traffic system in place, it will only become profitable for you if you can convert that traffic, if you can turn those visitors into conversions that make you money. And the problem is that most people waste their traffic. They don't really understand how they can achieve a high conversion rate with their traffic. So I'm going to show you something very simple that will allow you to convert your traffic as high as 35%. This is really insane, but that's the type of conversion rate you will see if you do exactly what I will demonstrate and show you in this webinar. And that's going to allow you to fully monetize your traffic. And with those things together, quality, affordable traffic, and the perfect strategy to monetize that traffic, it's going to be very simple for you to start a simple yet efficient internet business in a matter of days. And then you will also understand how you can realistically build a 5-figure income in a couple of months. So all of this is 100% doable, and I don't want you to take my word for it. I'm going to teach you how to do these things, but as I said, we're going to have a live campaign demonstration. So I'm going to do this right in front of your eyes so that you can see that it's possible. Not just understand, not just listen to me explaining things to you and telling you what is possible, but you can actually see it with your own eyes. And then you will be able to realize that this is really an amazing opportunity. All right. And if you're going to stay here with me learning these things, I think it's very important for you to understand who I am and why you should take an hour or two of your time today to listen to me and learn these things from me. So my name is William Souza, as you probably already know, and I've been working as a full-time internet marketer from the comfort of my home here in sunny Brazil since 2009. And since 2009, I have already won multiple contests with affiliate networks. And if you have been active in the affiliate space, it's possible that you have heard of me before. I've managed to generate over 8 figures in commissions, and the one that I'm really proud of, I have coached more than 1,000 students. This number is actually not 100% updated. I think it's over 1,200 students now who are making a full-time living on the internet. So I'm not talking about 1,000 people who have bought one of my products or who have seen one of my trainings. I am talking about people who are just newbies, beginners, and who are now full-time internet marketers who have completely changed their lives and probably the lives of their families and other people around them. So this is the reason why I'm so proud of this one, because this is what really allows me to make an impact that goes beyond myself. It's not just about how much money I can make for myself and of course for my family, but it's also about how I can help others do the same. But I think that what I have accomplished is just 50% of the reason why you should spend the next hour here with me. What I want you to understand is that no matter what is your situation now, how frustrated you are, how many failures you've had in the past, online or offline, it doesn't really matter what kind of obstacles you have. If you really decide that you want to make it happen for you, with the information you will get here today, you will make it happen. Okay, so the other 50% of the reason why I believe you should listen to me here now is actually where I came from. because I really think that if I were able to go from that to this, well, then anyone can do it. And I'm going to show you exactly how. So I'm going to show you some personal stuff here. I hope you don't mind. But these are a couple pictures from my childhood. The first one shows me riding my ultra fancy, highly expensive bicycle in front of our family's mansion. As you can see, it's far from that. It was a very, let's say, humble neighborhood. The second one also shows the neighborhood. It shows my father's Ferrari, which was definitely not a Ferrari. And behind the car, I don't know if it's possible to see it, but there is my mom, myself, and also my sister there. I think my brother wasn't born yet, and my father was probably the one taking the picture. And it's just to show you that, my initial situation was not ideal for becoming a successful online entrepreneur. And I had many reasons to believe that I wouldn't be able to, to achieve this kind of success. And still, I, just ignored all of those things, and I made a decision. I decided that no matter what, I will make it happen. When you make that kind of decision, you become unstoppable. And that's what I want to show you, because I'm going to give you these strategies today, but without this unstoppable mindset, well, it's possible that you won't even use them. So have developed this unstoppable mindset, and then put things into practice, and you will see that your life will start to change in a very short period of time. So I'm not that kind of materialistic guy. If you make any research about me on the internet, you won't see me like flying private jets or hanging around on huge mansions. That's not my style, let's say. Nothing against people who do that. But I just want to show other more updated pictures just to give you a contrast and for you to be able to see the change that happened in my life. So this is where I live now. Not my father's car, it's mine. But the point here is that, I was able to make a big change in my life. And you may think that it took me many years to go from that to this, but it's actually not true. I think that I was able to go to a completely different, let's say, financial situation in my life, and also help my family start living a different financial situation as well, in a matter of 6, 7, maybe 8 months, definitely less than a year. Because when things started to happen to me on the internet, they happened really fast. It was really, really fast. So, I was not really working hard and going from $1,000 a month to $2,000 a month, then $3,000 a month, then getting stuck there for a while and then going to 4 or 5. No, it was not like that. In my first month online, I made like $1,000, maybe even a bit less than that. In the second month, it wasn't $2,000, but in like 6 or 7 months from that, I was already making like $100,000 in a month in commission. So once you learn how to do this, once you learn how to turn $1 into $2, then you don't have to go to turning $10 into $20. You can go directly to 10,000 to 20,000 or 100,000 to a couple 100,000. So, you can scale fast with the strategies I'm going to show you today once you understand how to use them. But all right, at this point, you've seen some of my affiliate accounts, you've seen where and how I live, you've seen my students' testimonials, but there is something that you haven't seen yet. And I think this is something you may be interested in seeing. And of course, I'm talking about money. So would you like to see me generate hundreds, perhaps even thousands of dollars, live here right in front of your eyes? Of course, this is live, so we never know how things will go. But I'm very confident that I'm feeling lucky today, and I'm confident that we're going to be able to generate over $1,000 in revenue, or maybe even over $1,000 in profits. So if you're excited to see this being done here live right in front of your eyes, I just want you to give me a yes, show me the money in the chat. That's going to be you raising your hand and saying that you want to see this happen, and you want to see, really how it feels to have money being generated on an affiliate account while you're doing something else. Because I'll be doing something else. I'll be doing the webinar with you, right? And the campaign will be running and the money will be generated while we are here having this webinar. All right, so I'm getting lots of yeses here in the chat. Awesome. We don't have to do this. We can skip this part. But I think it's very nice to do it and show you how it is. And I'm getting many yeses. So awesome. All right, so let's do it. what I'm going to do now is switch from my presentation to my browser. And just when you stop seeing these hands and you start seeing my browser, I want you to give me a B as in browser in the chat so that I know that you can see my browser. I just want to make sure that everyone can see what I'm doing, so I don't want to start doing things before people can actually see me doing those things, right? So I'm going to do that now, and please give me a B in the chat when you see my browser. Okay, let me see if I have any B's here. Yeah, many. Okay, perfect. So you're now looking at AirNow Media, but do you know exactly what it is? If yes, give me a 1 in the chat. If not, then give me a 2. Let's see. Lots of 2s. Okay, perfect. So AirNow Media is what we call off a mobile advertising network. So it works like this. They have a huge network of publishers that are basically companies and individuals that own mobile apps and websites. So for example, if you have a phone, chances are that you have already gone, if it's an Android phone, to the Play Store, or if it's an iPhone, to the Apple Store to install an app. And there you find apps for pretty much anything and in pretty much any niche, right? So let's say you want to play a game or control your finances or get a voice recorder or literally anything you want to do on your phone, you can go to the Play Store or Apple Store and you will find an app there that can help you do that. Many of those apps, actually the vast majority of them, are free for people to use. So you install the app and you start to use the app on your phone, and you have to pay nothing to the company that actually developed that app. Well, the way that company makes money, because obviously they're not doing charity, they're trying to make money there, is by displaying ads in the app while you're using it. So if you're playing a game and it's free, for example, but you will see some ads during the game. And same about any other type of app. So that's when AirNow Media comes into the game. So they are a network with lots of publishers that own those apps. And then you can come here and you can create an account as an advertiser. And as an advertiser, you will be able to set up a campaign and you will be able to run that campaign on their platform and display your ads across that huge network of mobile apps and websites as well. So of course you have many targeting options. So for example, you can define who you want to target in terms of their location, what type of app they're using, their behavior, and even other very specific things like their mobile carrier and type of connection and other very specific things. So for example, for the campaign that I have set up for this webinar, and it took me literally 15 minutes to set up, I am going to be promoting a free game that people can play on their phone. And what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be targeting with this campaign people who are in the US and Android users, because the game is for US and Android, and people who are playing similar games on their phone. So what's going to happen is that people who are playing very similar games on their phone will see my ad promoting that game. When they click the ad, they will immediately go to the app's page on the Play Store. As I said, it's an Android campaign. So there, they will have more information about the app, about the game, and they will have a big green button that says install. If they just click the install button, I get paid $3. And yes, you'll see more details about the offer during the webinar. I'm going to share more information with you. But for now, so that things are simple and easy to understand, all you have to understand is that this is a mobile advertising network, and I am promoting an offer that is actually a game that people can play on their phone. And every time someone clicks the install button and installs the game coming from one of my ads, I get paid $3. So it's literally just 2 clicks. People see my ad, click it, then they click the install button, and I get paid $3. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just activate the campaign. We're going to talk more about mobile advertising networks and other types of traffic sources in the next minutes. I'm going to show you the offer that is being used for this campaign, but other offers as well, and you will be able to see all the details basically. But let me just activate the campaign here now. Okay, so the campaign is now running, and I'm going to go back to the presentation. We're going to let the campaign run for a few minutes. Then we're going to come back here and see the results. You may be thinking, oh, it's like $3 for people clicking a button. Is this really good or not? Well, let's just let the campaign run. You will see that this is one of the most amazing things I'm sure you have ever seen, in terms of internet marketing and running campaigns on the internet. It's going to blow you away, all right? But let's give the campaign a few minutes. Let's go back to the webinar, let the magic happen, and then we're going to get back here to this page. I'm going to show you the ad span of the campaign. Then we're going to go to the network where I got the offer from, the offer that I am promoting here, and we're going to see how many conversions the campaign generated there, and we will see how much money the campaign has generated in just a few minutes, actually. All right, so let's go back to the presentation. Okay, back to the presentation, and I'm pretty sure you're interested in learning exactly how I do this, right? So here's the simple equation that will make you a ton of money, and it's a very simple equation. Traffic plus conversions equals to money. When you have an online business, you want to generate quality traffic. So you want to have visitors to your websites or landing pages or whatever it is you're promoting. And there will always be a desired action, an action that you want those people to perform. And you need to learn how to get them to perform that action so that you will generate conversions. If you can do only these two things well, even if all the rest is horrible, like you're a bad designer, you do not have great copywriting skills, your tech skills are very limited, it doesn't really matter. If you can do only these two things, you can make a ton of money on the internet. I'm not saying other things are useless, but with these two, you start to make money. And then you see how you can improve in the future, okay? Problem is that, 97% of people who get started with an internet marketing and building a business on the internet, they never make a single dime. I found this statistic on the internet. I don't know if it's 100% accurate. I hope it isn't, because it's a very sad one. But the fact is that I do think that most people who get started on the internet, they end up not getting results. And the reason why is because there is a catch. Actually, not one, but two catches when you try to do these things, generate traffic and convert that traffic. So that's the problem. That's where people get stuck. But that's okay, because today we are here to change it and finally give you that missing piece. So I want to ask you a question, actually. Have you ever, implemented a strategy or something you learned in a training program that seemed to be very good, have massive potential, then you put it into practice and you felt like something was missing, like there was a missing piece that was preventing you from getting results? Give me a 5 in the chat if it's happened to you before. Just give me a 5, just so I know that you know what I'm talking about, because this is probably the worst feeling ever for an entrepreneur. It's very frustrating. Lots of 5s. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. I faced that a lot when getting started. I also had my days of struggle in the beginning of my internet marketing career. So I know exactly, how it feels. It also took me several attempts to realize what I really had to do to start making money on the internet. And that's what I'm going to show you now, how you can start making money on the internet in the simplest and also in the easiest way possible, okay? I've seen lots of things since I got started online, lots of good things as well, but I haven't seen, at least until this day, something that's easier than what I'm going to show you here today. All right, so pay attention, because this is really an opportunity of a lifetime that you're having now to learn these things, okay? So I'm going to even try to illustrate things here for you. As you can see, I am a very bad artist. I apologize for that, but I hope that it's going to be easy for you to see things in a visual way and understand what I'm going to show you here now. And make sure to get rid of all distractions and concentrate on the next parts, because now we're going to get started with the most important part of the webinar. So problem number 1, let's focus on 2 different problems, because as you just saw here, first problem is to find the potential customers, bring them to you. We call that generating traffic. Second problem is turning that traffic or those visitors into conversions. So problem number 1, you're a small fish competing with big sharks. That's the first problem. Imagine that the internet marketing industry and online advertising in general, it's like, an ocean of opportunities. But you are a very small fish, like Nemo in the movie, right? So you're a very small fish, and there are many sharks there trying to find and get those opportunities as well. And when you kind of start to fight and dispute with those sharks, things may get really bad for you, all right? So the truth is that you can't expect to compete with the big dogs, the big guys on the internet using the same traffic sources that they use and with the same strategies that they use. If you try to do that, you will get crushed every time. There are very, professional advertisers, copywriters out there, companies with teams of professionals and $1 million budgets advertising on the internet. Trying to compete with them, I'm not saying this to discourage you or to say that you're not capable of doing something, but honestly, it's not just a smart thing for you to do. There are other ways you can make money on the internet that are a lot easier. So there's no reason for you to go compete with those big guys. Okay, so if you have already done that before, I'm pretty sure you have seen that it doesn't end well for you. So what you need is innovation. You need a little bit of innovation to get out of that situation where you're fighting the big guys and go for something that has plenty of room for you to run your campaigns, get traffic, and make money. And when I use the word innovation, I like to be very careful because some people think that they will need to be, the next Steve Jobs. Definitely not the case. You don't have to be the next Steve Jobs. You can just think a little bit out of the box to be able to get better results. And I'm going to help you think out of the box now because we're going to do that together. Basically, you have two alternatives. I hope you're paying attention. This is important stuff, okay? You have two alternatives to be able to avoid the type of competition that doesn't end well for you. Option number one, you can learn different strategies for using the traditional traffic sources that allow you not to compete with the big advertisers directly. So here, something very important. I am not here saying that you should stay away completely from, AdWords or Facebook ads. In fact, I use those traffic sources in my business as well, especially Facebook ads. That represents a fair percentage of my business, actually. However, if you use the same strategies, if you run the same type of campaign that others are running, you will get crushed because you're a small fish, okay? That's the first option you have. You use different strategies to be able to use those ad platforms. But there is a second option. Option number two, you can use traffic sources that other marketers are overlooking. And when you do that, you can untap some massive hidden opportunities. So we're going to be very specific now, and I strongly suggest that you grab a pen and paper because I'm going to give you some important tips that will open your eyes to a whole new world of possibilities, and I want to make sure that you do not miss anything, all right? So if you're ready with your notepad, if you're on your computer, or if you can take notes, whatever you are, or if you just have like a great memory and you're sure you're not going to be forgetting anything, any of these stuff, just give me a quick ready in the chat, and then we're going to go to the first tip I have for you today. Ready. Okay, awesome. Lots of readies. All right, so let's go to the first one. And the first one is test second-tier ad platforms that deliver quality traffic at lower rates. Now, I have to explain something very important to you here. So let's use Facebook ads as an example because I have the statistics and the numbers for that one, but it's probably very similar for AdWords and other major ad platforms. So how those platforms work? It's really important that you understand this. So they actually work with an auction system. It means that the price of the traffic, it depends on how much the advertisers are bidding on the traffic. So the higher the bids, the more expensive the traffic becomes. The lower the bids, the less expensive the traffic becomes. So this is how the platform works. Now, one thing that's important to understand, let's use Facebook as an example. So on Facebook, 70% of the advertisers there are local businesses. So it works like this. Someone who owns a local business, normally a small one, let's say a pet shop or something, they go to Facebook and they create a fan page for their business because everybody's on Facebook, so they have to be on Facebook as well. So they create that fan page on Facebook for their local business, and they start posting things that are about their services, perhaps some testimonials from their clients, or discounts that they're offering. So they start to post their stuff there. And eventually Facebook starts to push them to advertise those things. So Facebook's going to tell them to promote the fan page, to gain more exposure, to show their brand and their business to more people in their area. Facebook will also tell them to boost their posts, to give those posts more exposure. And here's the thing, when they click the button to do that, Facebook will not send them to an ads manager or to any more complex area where they have to set up ads with lots of resources and stuff like that. No, it's not what we'll do, because those people, they are not online advertisers. They are not like marketers or anything. They're not technical. They will just, they're just local business owners. So what Facebook will do is just to give them a very simple process where they click a few buttons and they define the area that they will be targeting, some very basic information about the target audience, and they already put in their credit card information, and that is it. Those people, they don't really understand about bids or auction systems for selling traffic or buying traffic. They're not familiar with those things. But then when they start running that ad, Facebook will, of course, control everything, will control their bid, and will show them some results like, hey, your ad has been seen by like 1,000 or 2,000 people in your area, and they will think it is awesome. And, it doesn't really matter whether this is awesome or not. The point is that people will see those numbers, will think the campaigns are doing well, but in fact, the ads they are running, in many cases, they're not even ads. They're just regular posts that they made on their fan page. Okay, but there is a consequence to that, and that is, the consequence that actually affects us, online marketers. Because those auction platforms, they actually take into consideration the quality of the ad as well. So if an ad is really a low quality ad, what is going to happen is that ad will have to bid higher to gain exposure, to get impressions, to get clicks. And since Facebook is controlling everything, all the bids and everything for those campaigns that those local business owners run there, what is going to happen is that the bid is going to be increased as much as necessary for the ad to be displayed. And that's going to make the price of the traffic to become higher. It's going to make the whole traffic more expensive. I mean, there's always a way around that. As I mentioned before, don't forget the option 1 that I mentioned, that there are strategies you can use to get out of this game and to play a different game. But in general, if you're just running like regular Facebook ad campaigns, you are in that type of competition. So those 70% of advertisers, they are kind of inflating the price of the traffic, which is great for the platform, for Facebook, or it would be the same on AdWords or any other platform. So what happens is that Facebook will make more money, but for you, the traffic is going to become more expensive. Now, I'm not even, talking about, for example, the huge advertisers there. Companies like Nike or Microsoft or Amazon that are also advertising their brands and their products on those big platforms. So as you can see, that's what I mean by being a small fish and swimming with the sharks. And for you to use those platforms, you need some different strategies. But one thing you can do as well, instead, is just to go to other places where you can get a lot of traffic. I'm talking about a lot of volume. You can get that traffic, but you're not going to have to pay that much. First, because local business owners don't even know about the existence of those platforms. Second, most big brands are focusing their $1 million budgets on those big ad platforms, not on the second tier ones. And third, even digital marketers, digital agencies, many of them or most of them are not using those platforms as well. So basically, there's a lot of room there for you to run your campaigns with a lower cost per click. And sometimes the visitor you get from one of those platforms is the same visitor you would get from Google or you would get from Facebook or Instagram. It's the same person, but the difference is going to be the price. So you can actually get clicks on those platforms paying like 3, 4, 5, 6 cents per click. I'm talking about a cost per click below 10 cents. And in many cases, that traffic can be extremely targeted. So quality traffic at lower rates, what I promised before, right? So you're seeing some of those platforms on your screen here now. Of course, there are many others. So these are just some examples, but I think it's already, enough for us to kind of test something here. I just told you that most local business owners don't even know about the existence of those platforms. Most big brands are not investing their $1 million budgets on those platforms, but another thing that I just mentioned, and that's very relevant, is that even online marketers and digital agencies are not taking full advantage on that opportunity. And I can kind of prove that to you now. Just give me a 1 in the chat if you have never used any of the 5 platforms you're looking at now on your screen. Just give me a 1 in the chat. If you have used at least one of them, then give me a 2 in the chat. Let me wait just a second to get the answers here. And okay, now a ton of 1s come in. Got a 2 now after countless 1s. Another 2. All right, I have a couple of 2s here, so which is actually great because sometimes when I ask this type of question, I get like 0 2s. No one has ever used these platforms. So as you can see, most marketers are not using these platforms. Still, they have a ton of traffic, and there's a lot of volume that you can generate using them, and they have very targeted traffic as well. So it's a huge opportunity and a lot of money that you are actually living on the table. I'm not saying stay away from the big players. No, that's not what I'm saying. As I said, there are ways for you to use those other platforms as well, but why not to take advantage on these platforms that are so simple to use? For some of them, like for example, Outbrain is one of the ones you're looking at now. So Outbrain's interface for setting up an ad, it's almost the same as what you have on the ads manager for Facebook ads. So it's very simple to learn how to use those platforms because they are very similar to the other platforms that you're probably already used to. The difference is that these second-tier platforms, they give you the chance to play a different game where the price of the traffic is not like sky high like many other platforms. All right, so this is really important. This is the key for you to make a lot of money. So keep this in mind because I'm going to show you something in a few minutes. And I want you to keep these platforms in mind and understand that you can pay like less than 10 cents per click on most of these platforms, all right? So let's go to the next one. Take advantage on cheap and targeted mobile traffic. Even though mobile is huge right now, I mean, even if we think about like Facebook ads, we're talking about like 80% or 85%, maybe even more now, of mobile traffic. So mobile is huge and bigger than desktop already. It's been like this for 2-3 years, maybe even more than that. So, mobile is already huge. But what I'm talking about here is a different different type of mobile traffic that most online marketers are also not taking advantage on. And actually, this type of traffic, there's something amazing about it. Because it's a little bit different. It's not traffic that you get like from Facebook or from Instagram. These mobile advertising platforms that I'm showing you now, and again, these are just some examples, there are many others out there. What they do is to display ads on apps and websites for people who are accessing those apps and websites via their phones. So let's say, for example, that you install an app like to control your finances or even a free game for you to play on your phone. It's very likely that some ads will be displayed to you. So that's the type of ad I'm talking about. When you access your a website using your phone's browser, it's the same situation. It's very likely that you will see some ads there. So those are the ads that are displayed by these mobile advertising platforms. And what is great is that most of those ads, because they're being displayed when people are using an app or doing something else, this is the type of traffic that it's not so easy for most advertisers to monetize. Like, for example, if we think about e-commerce stores, from small drop shipping stores to like huge Amazon kind of thing. When they are trying to sell a product to someone who's like using an app and maybe playing a game, sometimes, the person is waiting for an appointment with the doctor and playing a game on the phone or doing something on their phone. They're not actually on a buying mode. So even if they click an ad, for those advertisers who are trying to sell them something, it's tricky to get the sale. And because it's tricky to get the sale, they make less money with that traffic. And since it's an auction system, if they make less money, they are willing to pay less for the traffic, and it makes the traffic a lot cheaper. With these platforms, a well-optimized campaign can definitely generate traffic for less than 5 cents per click in many cases for many regions and in many niches. So I'm talking about really cheap traffic. The key for you to make money here is to know how to monetize this type of traffic. And in a moment, we're going to talk about how you can have a sky-high conversion rate with any campaign. And then that's the moment I'm going to show you the key element you need to be able to fully monetize this type of traffic. Now, when you learn how to do that, you're going to make a ton of money because others are not paying a lot for this traffic, so it becomes a lot cheaper because it's not so profitable for them. But for you, it's going to be extremely profitable. So you're going to be able to pay less for the traffic and still have a very high conversion rate. So again, also take notes here. Make sure that you write this down. When I show you some of this stuff you should be promoting, you will understand why this type of traffic can be so powerful and profitable for you. And now the next one is pay attention to remarketing technologies outside Facebook. Like, remarketing is not just about Facebook. Again, there is a whole world out there. You're looking at some platforms that allow you to do some and run some very powerful remarketing and retargeting campaigns. So let me give you an example here. Because again, all of these tips that I'm sharing with you here now in terms of traffic generation, you will see that they can be a perfect combination with what I'm going to show you for generating sky-high conversions. It's actually a special type of offer that will convert extremely well with all these traffic tips. So here, think about, let's say that you are promoting a game as an affiliate, an online game, and then you get some conversions promoting that game, running a campaign with one of the other second-tier platforms that I showed you, for example. So you run a campaign there, and you get like 1,000 people who take that offer that you're promoting, which is for an online game. Well, you now have, I'm saying 1,000, but it could be like 5 or 10,000 people who have taken one of your offers and who as a matter of fact, that are interested in that type of online game. And let's say you have another 5, 10, 15 similar games that you can promote. What do you think? Does it make sense to promote those similar games to those people who have already taken the other one, who are interested in that kind of stuff, who are looking for that type of stuff? Well, of course, it would make a lot of sense to do it. And with these retargeting technologies that are so powerful and so precise, you can actually show them ads promoting those other games, targeting those people 100% are into gaming and into that specific type of game. So you show the ads to them, and you're going to run campaigns with insane 1,000, like 1,200% ROI. I see that all the time with retargeting campaigns. So these campaigns, they will do a little bit less volume than those other campaigns that I mentioned, because they will be only for traffic you have already generated and is good. However, because you're targeting people who take offers and they take offers because they have taken an offer from you, your ROI is going to be incredibly high. Like, your conversion rate is going to go like through the stratosphere. So because of that, you can make a lot of money with these retargeting campaigns as well. So write this down to you, because as I said, when I show you the special type of offer you should be promoting, all of this will make even more sense to you. And okay, another one, spy on your competitors and improve what they're doing. When you go to those other platforms and you kind of expand your possibilities to work with other ad platforms and other traffic sources, well, you also start to have the possibility to use some spy tools that allow you to see what others are running on those ad platforms. Now, I don't want to be misleading here and say, okay, you're going to be just copying and pasting campaigns without even understanding what you're doing. This is not how it works. However, even though it's not just simply copying and pasting, still, it's a lot better than starting from scratch. I think you really, when you're getting started, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and create something just, out of nothing. You can actually see what others are already doing, like what offers they are promoting, what landing pages they're using, what ads they're using, who they're targeting, and you can have a very good direction for starting your own campaigns. If you see that an advertiser has been making a lot of money with a certain type of campaign, you know that if you go with something similar, you're going to have much better chances of getting results than if you go with something totally random that it came up with, from literally from nothing. So this type of tool can actually help you take massive shortcuts when creating your campaigns and generating traffic. So, just these 4 tips actually they are more than enough for you to completely solve the traffic problem. There are more things I could share with you here today, but because our time is limited and we have to address the second problem as well, I think these 4 tips are already enough for you to understand that generating traffic on the internet, it doesn't have to be difficult if you just think out of the box. Like if you are just, doing what everyone else is doing, following the trends and not thinking for yourself and looking for other possibilities, well, then it's going to be a big struggle for you to run profitable campaigns. But if you get free from that, then there is a whole world of possibilities out there that can actually help you make a lot of money with your campaigns. Now, let's talk about the second problem, which is now that you have high quality traffic paying like 5, 6, 7, 10 cents per click tops, now you need to turn those clicks into conversions. Well, you can already see that turning a positive ROI is far from impossible when you have such a low cost per click. But still, if you get 0 conversions, you will still lose money. So you have to solve that second problem. So problem number 2, you want to sell things, but people don't want to buy them. That's a reality, unfortunately. So exposing people to a product is not enough. Guess what? They just won't buy it. Getting someone to pull their credit card and buy something for $10, $100, $1,000, $2,000, it's not that simple. Okay, and this is actually what makes you waste a lot of time and money on campaigns that never generate conversions. You're trying to get people to commit because when someone pulls their credit card and place an order, that's a big commitment. That's a big step. And they think a lot about it before they actually do it. And one, mistake that you make, one thing that you say that doesn't sound so well, or a bad impression that an image causes to them can be already enough to prevent them from taking that action. And then you lose the conversion, you end up losing your traffic, you kill your campaigns. And well, this is actually the reason why most beginners struggle to get results on the internet. So what you need is a strategy that allows you to take the maximum out of your visitors, every single of them. And that strategy does exist. So just think that, instead of selling stuff, just selling stuff, I'm not saying that selling is bad. I'm saying it's difficult, not bad. If you can't do that, for example, let's say you have a solid background in sales. Okay, then it may be a different story for you. But if that's not the case, well, selling may be not so easy. So why don't you make money by giving things away for free? Like if you offer something to someone for, let's say, $100, there's a chance they would take it, but it's already very hard to get them to put in their credit card information. It's personal, sensitive information. They will be investing their money. If it's like $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000, it gets harder and harder and harder. Now, if it's totally free, well, then there's no big commitment. It's very easy for them to make that decision because even if they don't like it, they just, will just leave it. They don't have to worry about it because they are not investing any money. So when you give things away for free and you get paid for doing that, that's when you start to make a lot of money on the internet, even if you're a newbie. And you may be thinking, okay, it makes a lot of sense, but is it really possible? Good news. Yes, it is 100% possible, and it actually has a name. It's called cpae marketing. How many of you have heard of cpae marketing before? Give me a 1 for yes in the chat, or a no a 2 for no. 1 for yes, 2 for no in the chat. Okay, getting lots of 2s here and a few 1s. Awesome, perfect. All right, so let me explain what it is. So CPA stands for cost per action or cost per acquisition, and it's an advertising model. It's affiliate marketing actually, but it allows you to get paid for generating leads instead of sales, and it makes all the difference. So instead of getting someone to pull their credit card and buy something, you're going to get someone to register for something for free. Sometimes they have just to put in their email address, just the email. As I'm going to show you in a moment, you'll see that there are offers that will pay you to get them just to put in their zip code, even less than an email. So free registration, free quote requests. People don't have to buy something. They can just quote it to see what's the price for them of that particular service, and they may take it or not, but no big commitment. Free trial requests. They can try a product for free. Free app installs. They can install an app on their phone, and it's just a click of a button, literally, and you get paid very generous commissions for that. So this is the beauty of CPA marketing. The thing is that affiliates normally are not sales experts. And when companies pay affiliates to generate sales, well, the affiliates may send some customers to them, but the volume is going to be much lower. If they pay the affiliates to generate leads, the affiliates will be able to send a lot more leads to them. And then they can forward those leads to people who are indeed sales experts and who can have a massive conversion rate with those leads. So the companies make more money with this model, but the affiliates, because they can work with easy, simple actions such as an email submit, they also make more money. So it's a win-win situation. Let me show you some offers here and you will understand what I'm saying. So this is a gaming offer. So this is an online game. It's a war game, and people can play the game for free. They just have to come to this page, fill out this form, which is nickname, password, email, and a short CAPTCHA code, hit the play now button, and that's it. They are in, and they can start playing the game completely free. All right, so of course, for the company that owns the game, there is some monetization on the back end. They probably have like items in the game that are paid items. They may have some sort of upgrade there where you can have some benefits if you start paying like a monthly fee or something. But that's something you don't even have to, learn about. It doesn't really matter to you. What matters is that you will get paid when someone fill out this form and click that big play now button. So imagine sending some people to this page who are completely addicted to playing these games. You just tell them that you've got a freaking awesome game for them to test. It's free. They take literally 30 seconds to fill out a form, hit the play now button, start playing it, and they will go crazy for that game. You tell them that those people are always looking for new games, testing new things, because this is their universe. I mean, there are people who spend like 8, 10, 12 hours a day playing games. So there are some people who are truly addicted to these things. And this is a fast-growing industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry. So I don't think I have to explain to you that people do play games on the internet. So you send someone to this page to test the game, they fill out the form, hit play now, and you get paid. Now, how much? Well, you can get paid more, but an initial payout for an offer like this one, on average, is like $3 per conversion. So you get paid $3, sometimes $4, $5 for getting someone to fill out this form and hit the play now button. Now, I mean, $3 is actually the very minimum you will get for an offer like this one. So let me help you just, do some math here so that you understand the potential of this thing. So $3 may not sound like a lot, right? So let me show you how the magic happens. So let's just start with a cost per click of 10 cents. So I'm going to be pessimist with the numbers here, okay? I'm going to be very negative with the numbers here because you can get from those second-tier ad platforms that I mentioned traffic for 5-6 cents per click. Let's go with 10 cents per click, all right? It's reasonable for a campaign that's not being properly optimized yet, for example. Then an offer with a $3 payout. Now, this is a short-form offer that will normally pay you more than that. I mean, for the United States, you should expect like $4 or $5 per conversion, sometimes even more. But let's just say with $3, which is 100% possible. And actually, again, I'm being pessimist here, so this is actually even bad. But let's go with $3 per click. So let's imagine that you suck as a marketer. I mean, you are a bad marketer. And because you are not good with creating a nice ad or something like that, you managed to get just one of those addicted gamers to fill out that form. I mean, you're going to be showing these offers to people who are playing a game that's very similar. You're going to get them super excited about playing this game. They just have to put in like a nickname, a password, and hit play now, and still, you will get just 1 out of 10 to do it. I mean, you should study more about marketing and copywriting because you're doing very bad. But still, let's say that's what you can accomplish, 1 out of 10. So we have here, with this campaign, an ROI of 300%. It means that if, you're paying like $1 to generate a conversion because you're getting 10 clicks at 10 cents each, so $1, and you're getting $3 paid. All right, your payout for these offers is $3 for that conversion. Now, imagine that if you invest $100 a day to run this campaign, you will be consistently making $300 a day. So it's a $200 a day profit, or if I'm not wrong, I think it would be like $6,000 a month in profits with one campaign, investing just $100 a day. All right. And of course, you may think, oh, I don't have $100 a day now to invest. It doesn't matter. You can start with $100 or $200 in your first month. But when you start to get paid, then you just reinvest that money and you scale. So, you start with $5 a day or $10 a day. And then as you start to receive your payments from the commissions you're generating, you just reinvest that instead of spending that on other things. And then you will easily get to $100 a day after a few days or a few weeks, all right? But then you can just continue to do that, and you can continue to scale. So imagine that you continue to scale the process. You just, reinvest more and more, and eventually, you start to get a flow that allows you to make an easy $500, $1,000, $5,000 a day and more. Actually, there are people making a lot more than that. I have had days way better than that. So it's actually possible to do a lot more than that. But I just don't want to make things look so surreal here. I just want to, stick with something that's achievable for a beginner. Again, if we talk about experienced marketers and really how far you can go with this type of offer, numbers will become really insane here. And I don't think that's what we want to do. So let's say you can scale and you can definitely get to like $5,000 a day. But that's one offer in one campaign. But what if you decide to promote another one? So here's another example of a CPA offer. So this is a dating service for seniors, as you can see. And people come to this page and they just provide a gender, a zip code, an age range, and hit view photos. Did you note something special about these offers? Give me something in the chat. What is amazing about these offers? Because there's something truly amazing right in front of you now. Let's see if you can spot it. Just tell me in the chat, what do you think makes these offers that you're looking at now so special? Yeah, lots of answers here, but just few people actually saying the right thing. Yes, no email. Some people said no name and no personal information. That's the point. Gender, zip code, age range. And then people hit view photos and you get paid. Dating offers normally pay a bit more than gaming offers. It depends on the offer, but this one would pay like $4 or $5 minimum. All right, so let's say you get like $4 per conversion here. And people are not even putting their email address, so they're committing zero here with these offers. Zero commitment. Very easy to get someone to do this instinctively. They can just come to this page and fill out the form without even noticing that you're doing it, because you're not asking for any sensitive information. And they will hit view photos, and of course, when they start browsing profiles, eventually for them to contact someone, they will have to fill out a more complete form with, they will have to complete the registration, and perhaps, there's going to be some limitation when they start using the service, which they're going to have to pay for to have full access to the website. But that's, again, something that's not your problem. Your problem is to get people to hit that green button that says view photos. And I'll tell you, this is very, very simple. It's a lot easier than going like to a marketplace like JVZoo or ClickBank and trying to pick a product to promote. And then people have to go through a sales page and they have to think about the product and they have to click a buy button, which is always very scary. None of that. And here's another one. So this is an offer where people put in just their email address, hit submit, and you would be, for example, targeting people who love basketball. Sorry, I'm not, into basketball, so I do not know much about it. But I understand that, there are, I understand what is NBA and the Eastern teams and the Western teams. And basically, they will be able to vote here whether they think Eastern or Western will win. And they just put in their email address. Oh, but they will have to provide more information after that. Yes, most likely they will. But again, not your problem. And they will be entering these contests to win a $500 Visa gift card. So they may get paid like $500 if they're lucky for voting on this kind of poll here. But the point is that they put in their email address. You get paid again like $3 for this one. Sometimes even more for an email address. Like think about yourself. How many times you have submitted your email address on web page? I'm sure that many times, because you're here now, for example, you had to register for this webinar. So, this is the type of offer that's very easy to get people to complete. Here's another one, very similar to the one that I'm using for the live campaign demonstration, which we're going to be checking in a moment, by the way. So it's a gaming offer. As you can see, it's by a very reputable company. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger is in that image there. So participated in the game. And as you can see, the game is rated 4 out of 5 stars, so it's not a bad game, definitely. Over 200,000 reviews, so massive amount of players. And you send people who are on their phone playing a very similar game. You tell them you've got something amazing for them to test. You send them to this page. Okay, I'm showing you this in desktop resolution in this presentation because I thought it would be easier for you to visualize. But this is something people would see on their phone. And if they hit the install button, which is actually larger on the phone resolution, it adapts to the screen. So again, this one, I took this screenshot with my computer, but basically if they click that install button, that's all they have to do to click a button. You get paid like $3, $4, $5 again. The click of a button. They are not even putting in any information. There's no form there. It's the click of a button, literally, for them to test a game for free. There's no big commitment there. It's so easy to get people to do these things. So now imagine that you can combine CPA offers with proven traffic generation tactics. If you can do that, you're going to have solved the second part of the equation, and you will start to get amazing results, like unreal results. And yes, I do believe that among all things out there, CPA is the easiest way to start an online business, especially if you're a beginner, if you are looking for something simple, if you are like a one-person business, you're doing it from home, this is definitely the way you want to do it. And once you have these two parts of the problem solved, you can start making a ton of money. And really, that's all you need. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't need lots of other things. The right traffic generation strategies and the right CPA offers. If you start with that, you will make a ton of money. And believe me, all of this is much easier than it sounds. You can do it in just a few days and with little effort. It's not complicated. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's actually, very simple. I like that quote that says that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. That's why I think CPA is a fantastic business model. So you don't have to take my word for that. I can actually prove that to you. Let's check the stats of the campaign that took me only 15 minutes to set up, and that's been up and running for a few minutes while I'm here talking to you on this webinar. The campaign, it's been running on its own, and we can now go there and check out the results and see if the campaign is making money, losing money, what's going on there. Give me a yes in the chat if you're excited to check out the results of the campaign. Give me a yes if you want to see what's happening there and how much money it's generated while we were here talking on this webinar. Lots of yeses. Awesome. So again, as before, I'm going to ask you to give me a B as in browser when you start seeing my browser. Okay, I'm going to switch to my browser now. Just give me a B when you see it. Okay, I can see some B's. All right, so we're back here to Air Now Media. As you can see, I haven't touched anything here, but since we activated the campaign, but I think it's important to mention, I forgot to mention this before, that this is the only campaign running on this account now. So I actually prepared the account to make this a very nice demonstration. So the account has a $2,000 balance. You don't have to invest like $2,000 to run your first campaign. You can start with like $5 a day, but this is something that you can really scale incredibly fast. So if you decide to invest like hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars every day on campaigns that are returning, that are giving you a positive return, you can do that as well. Okay, so for this demonstration, the account balance is $2,000. Just now I saw that actually the budget of the campaign is a little bit lower, so $1,500. Doesn't matter. Let's just refresh this report and see how many clicks it has generated. Okay, we have already received 4,563 clicks from this campaign. That's a lot of traffic considering that it's been running for just a few minutes. And the total ad spend on the account now is $410.67. Okay, so we have spent a little over $400 for generating more than 4,500 clicks. As you can see, it's a very low cost per click, and it's very hard to find this type of traffic for such a low cost per click in any other type of advertising platform. So now you know how much money has been invested in the campaign. What we're going to do now is go to the other tab here in my browser, and I'm going to show you the CPA network. Here we are on the conversion report page. I haven't done anything here either. I just opened this page right before starting the webinar and haven't touched it either. What I'm going to do is just refresh this one as well so that we can see how many conversions that campaign has generated. I'm showing you this with 0 conversions and 0 commissions before I refresh, just to make sure that you understand that this is the only campaign that I'm currently running with this account. Okay, so there's no other campaign running on this specifically on this specific account with this cpae network. So what I'm going to do is click the refresh button here on top. You can see the date and everything. So I'll just refresh, and there we go. All right, so we have had a total of 411 conversions, and the current commissions are $1,233. All right, so if we spend like $400, it's a total profit of more than $800 in just a few minutes. And this campaign hasn't been optimized or anything, it's been just like running while I'm, doing the webinar with you. So if this, is incredible, if you really love seeing this, and if you want to have this type of results on your accounts, give me a whoa or an amazing or something in the chat, just so I know that you are super excited about this as well. And I'm getting lots of messages here. People seem to be going crazy. Yeah, this is the potential that this type of campaign has. So, when I said that that I was getting paid like $3 per app install, perhaps it didn't sound like something so exciting, but I can bet that it looks more exciting now, right? Yeah, very exciting, people are saying. Yeah, so this is the type of potential you have when you run CPA campaigns with the right strategies. Now, I have to ask you a question before we get back to the presentation. Do you want me to keep this campaign up and running so that we can check the results again in a few minutes? Or you think it's enough? Okay, no need for more commissions or more traffic. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want me to keep it up, or give me a 2 if you want me to pause the campaign now. Okay, I'm getting flooded with ones here. All right, so let's keep the campaign up and running. We're gonna come back here in a moment and we're gonna see the results again. Let's see if we can get more than $1,000 profit today. I'm pretty sure we will be able to get there because in just a few minutes, it has already reached more than $800 profit. What you do not need to get that type of results. First, to be a marketing genius, you definitely don't need that. To have a huge budget, to have technical skills, or to have experience in sales. You need none of that. Now, what you do need to get that type of results, first, to be an action taker. Things won't happen in a magical way. You need to take action. You need to get stuff done. You have to do your part. Remember the deal we set in the beginning of this webinar, okay? So you have to take action. Second, you need to be serious about your goals. If you want something, you have to really want it. Like if you walk on the street and start asking everybody on the street if they would like to have a Ferrari, you get only yeses. Everybody will say yes, I would like to have a Ferrari. But then if you see who is actually willing to do what it takes to have a Ferrari, like to work during the weekends, to work hard, or to to think out of the box, look for different ideas, to become an entrepreneur, to do different things in their lives. People are not doing that. They're just like doing the same thing every day, day after day. So that's, okay, they want to have a Ferrari, but they won't do what it takes to get there. So when I'm telling you to be serious about your goals, is that you should want something and you should do what it takes to get there. And number 3, you need to have someone who has proven to know their stuff to hold you by the hand and show you the way. This is very important because just think that, like, for example, let's say you wanted to become a doctor or a lawyer or a successful engineer. Would you try to figure everything out on your own? Of course not. You would go to the college and you would get like proper education, and you would have people who already know how to do those things to teach you how to do those things, because that's how we learn things and keep evolving as human beings. We learn from others that have come before us, that have already done that, have achieved success. We learn from them, and then we teach others in the future. That's how it works. So, that's how nature works. So you shouldn't try to get out of that. You should actually accept that and learn this from someone who can actually show you how to do it. And it's simple, it's easy, it's cheap as well, but you have to be following the right blueprint. So my question here now is, are you ready to say enough is enough and take your business to a whole new level by creating campaigns like the one you just saw, that keep running 24 hours a day and generating profits 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Like, give me a yes in the chat. This is not a silly question, because I want to know if you're actually ready to make that happen. It's not just about, wanting it, but it's actually being ready to make it come true. So give me a yes in the chat if you want to make it come true. Lots of yeses. Awesome. So let me actually show you how much money average people are making with my CPA strategies. I'm not talking about experienced marketers, people who have been doing this for a long time. I'm talking about beginners. So it's the first time I make more than $500 online, said this person. But, he said that in the first day, when he started implementing the strategies, he made $400, in one day. And in the second day, he had already made another 100. So the second day was just starting. And that is a beginner, a newbie. Here's another one. I just had my first $200 day. $200 a day. As you can see, it's 100% doable for beginners. Here's another one. First week and running campaigns with 300% ROI. That's a very common ROI. I showed you an example, in that math, in that quick math that I did with you, with an example for a campaign with a 300% ROI, because that type of ROI is actually very common in this type of, when running this type of campaign. It's very common. And if we think about like investing in, stocks or other things, getting that type of investment is not so simple. And then you may think, oh, okay, but I can get that like from crypto maybe. Yeah, there are some risky investments that can give you that kind of return, but they are risky investments. So you're investing, you're taking a big risk, you can lose it all. And you can make that type of ROI, but it's kind of a bet. I'm not saying you have to do it blindly, but still, it's kind of a bet. There's always the risk to lose. And this is a different type of thing. You're not betting on anything. You're running campaigns that you know how to run, and you're making those campaigns profitable one after the other. No bet here, no game here. It's just, something that works every single day. Okay? So let me tell you a quick story here. So I've been coaching students one-on-one, and I've been helping people go full-time on the internet for many years now, but it's really interesting the way this thing started. So in my early days in the CPA world, when I started to do really well with certain types of offers, I started to get many requests for help. Well, how'd that happen? Well, basically it was something like this. When you were working with a CPA network, which is basically a company that connects affiliates with many CPA networks, you are assigned to an affiliate manager, someone who takes care of your account, and they help you with payments or payout bumps, or they let you know about some offers that are doing well in the network, etc. And eventually they started to contact me saying things like, hey, William, I saw that you're doing very well with this type of offer. We have another affiliate here who's struggling with the exact same offers. Would you mind sharing some tips with him? And then I would just reply to them that, yeah, sure, let's do it. But then I started to get many requests. I got overwhelmed. And there was a point when I was kind of losing focus on my own business. So I thought, okay, it's time to stop doing this now. And yes, it was a very selfish idea, but that's what I thought I should do at that time because I wanted to focus on my business. But then something fantastic happened. One of the biggest networks at that time, called Max Bounty, it's still one of the biggest ones actually, but it was one of the biggest players in the world. They started a contest. The contest was that you had to be among the top 10 affiliates to win, and the prize was a trip to Las Vegas, so you would be able to hang out with other top affiliates, have some fun in Vegas, and share some experiences, etc. I participated in the contest, and I think I ended in number 13 or 14 or something like that, because it was actually spreading my traffic across other networks. And if you want to be among the top 10 in the world for such a big network, you better focus on that network and send all your traffic to them. So I didn't do that, couldn't make it to the top 10. But when I went to check the names that had actually won the contest, nothing special happened from number 1 until number 9. All familiar names, top affiliates, like no surprise. But number 10 completely blew my mind. About 6 months ago, perhaps a little bit more than that, I was talking to someone who was one of those newbies that came to me via an affiliate manager, and I helped him with some dating campaigns. And then he figured out how to do things and started to make money, started to have some four-figure days. And then he stopped kind of contacting me because, when you crack the code, you no longer need that help to make your campaigns profitable. You learn how to do it on your own. So we had a lost contact. But then his name is Mark. And then I saw Mark there as one of the top 10 affiliates in the contest. That completely changed my mind about coaching and helping people because I saw that I had something really big in my hands that could completely change people's lives. And then instead of stopping that, I should actually find a better way to do it so that I would be able to impact more people and at the same time keep my business going. But let me show you something very interesting because at that time, Mark decided to go to one of the biggest internet marketing forums at that time. It's no longer that bigger, but at that time it was very popular. It's called the Wire Forum. And he shared his story there. So I'm going to go through some main parts here because this is really amazing. So he said, one of the networks I worked with had a contest. The prize was a trip to Las Vegas. To win, I just had to be among the top 10. Just that. This was my biggest goal last year. I dove in without thinking too much and I got there. Of all the affiliates who were on the trip to Vegas, I was by far the oldest. This is where I took my statistics on affiliates from. I was very proud to be able to get there and to share time with all the young top affiliates. I even gave out some tips. I did not believe it. If you can afford it, find a coach. There are some on these forums, but it's important to check their reputation. I was fortunate to have one of the best, William Souza, and I found him on this forum. I give you his name, but I know he's very busy and he rarely takes new students. You can try to contact him or do your own research. William helped me a lot during the first weeks and his advices serve me today as well. Do not get caught by the magic offers. Those selling miraculous solutions have realized that people in general are lazy, and for this reason, they get caught up in things that do not work. You will never earn $1,000 a day by installing a program and pressing enter. I have created hundreds of ads while working 9 hours a day at a full-time job and without neglecting my family obligations. I also volunteer in my community once a month, and I even found a free hour every day to walk the dog. If I managed to pull myself up at 55 years among the top affiliates, many people can do the same. All you need is a little discipline and a lot of determination. Okay, so just a few parts of his kind of testimonial. And when I saw this, it really blew my mind. And I decided, I'm not stopping this. I'm making this actually much bigger. And then I decided to actually organize and create a coaching program. And then the coaching program that started with Mark, it has become something much more powerful. After Mark, we had many other success stories. I'm talking about people who became full-time internet marketers and not only changed their own lives, but also changed the lives of people around their family, their friends, their community. This is really something that became huge. It has generated hundreds of success stories. And I'd like to take just a few more minutes of your time. I'm going to be brief, I promise. But I really would appreciate a chance to introduce you to CPA Evolution 3.0. This may or may not be for you, but I can tell you that many people who were exactly where you are now have made a decision that completely changed their lives, and they're now full-time affiliate marketers making 4 figures a day, and they're living a completely different life because of the decision they made. So, as I said, it may or may not be for you, but if you give me just 5 minutes, I'm going to present this to you and you will be able to make your decision. CPA Evolution 3.0, it's actually a machine that turns newbies into full-time internet marketers. That's what I designed that program to be. And I've been improving the program year after year to make it always better and stronger and improve the results and increase the success rate of the students. So the program, first of all, it's a fail-proof training. It's going to adapt itself to your needs because it's one-on-one and you will be able to take the route that's really the best fit for you. So depending on your situation, on your budget, on your schedule, you will be able to do the thing that's the most suitable one for you. and achieve the best results possible. Also, it's not just a training. It is actually a community, and together we are stronger. I think that together we are stronger. Like, over the years, we've managed to turn CPA Evolution into one of the biggest private communities for CPA marketers. So you will be able to work with other marketers, share experiences, ideas, insights, people who are in the same journey as you. So it's really awesome. Automation. My intention with the program is that, in the beginning, I realized that when I started coaching people, I realized that people, sometimes they were losing too much time. Not people doing CPA marketing, people doing internet marketing in general. They were losing too much time with things that were not really marketing related, like setting up servers or web pages or, trying to figure out how to do some tech stuff. I mean, you don't want to become a programmer or a designer. You want to become a marketer. So I thought that I should kind of help people get rid of all of those things and focus on the marketing aspects, on actually running the campaigns. So the program now comes with tools that do all the hard work for you, and you can use your time to concentrate just on running the campaign. So, it was already incredibly easy. It became even easier when we started to provide those tools to the students included. Okay, so another thing you have is the possibility to work directly with me. You can ask me questions whenever you want, and you can copy my strategies. You will see lots of my strategies and campaigns in the program, things that I do in my own business that make me a lot of money. And you will be able to copy all of that and use all of that in your campaigns. So CPA Evolution 3.0 comes with step-by-step videos. So you're going to really watch over my shoulder while I set up some killer campaigns that run with sky high ROIs. Those videos are really step by step, like task 1, task 2, task 3, like do this, do that. It's very easy to follow the lessons. You're gonna see some real life case studies. We have tons of case studies there, but there is, my favorite type of case study, which is what I call over the shoulder case study. And now we actually call those in the program of OTS case studies. The OTS case study really gives you the possibility to be a fly on the wall, spying on my most lucrative campaigns, because here's how I create those case studies. We have the traditional type of case study there as well, but the OTS case studies are super powerful. Here's how it works. Let's say I decide to create a case study for a certain traffic source. So I'm going to run a campaign there and turn that into a case study. But what I'll do is, right from day one, when I decided to create the case study, I'm going to start to record everything that I do. So I'm going to choose an offer. I'll be recording there while I go through the offers and pick the one that I'll be promoting. Then I'm going to, set up the campaign. I'm going to be recording everything that I do. Every time I touch the campaign or make any adjustment or make any change, I'll be recording that. So I record everything. So it literally gives you the experience of seeing every single detail, like if you were sitting right beside me here in the office. So you can really see all the details of the campaign as I create the campaign, and then how I make it profitable and how I scale it. It's fantastic. Honestly, I've never seen that type of case study in any other program before. And then there's the thing that I believe is the most important one, because it's a hand-holding experience. You're gonna have one-on-one support, not with staffs or experts or assistants. You're gonna work directly with me. It's you and me working on your campaigns. So all the videos, the case studies, they work like a big reference for you. And we have a ton of stuff there. I mean, you can get started after going through just a few videos and learning one method and implementing that method. But the program is gonna help you for months and even years to come, and you will find many strategies and methods. There are some very advanced ones. In total, we have like about 300 videos there now. So, and the program is receiving updates every 15 days, minimum. Normally, it's actually weekly updates, but minimum is every 2 weeks. And we also have live coaching calls every 2 weeks where all the CPA Evolutionaries are invited to participate with me, not with someone else. I do all this stuff with the students myself, because I want to be able to guide people step by step, hold them by the hand, and show them how to make every single campaign profitable. So this one-on-one aspect It's something you're not going to find out there. It's just, incredibly powerful. This is what you need actually to get results on the internet. You need this type of hand holding. It's what anyone needs to be able to, crack the code and start getting great results. It's not just PDFs or videos, but to have actually someone holding you by the hand. And the tools that I mentioned, the automation aspect. So these software is getting updates on a regular basis as well. This is actually the 4th version of the software. It's a software suite called cpae Tools, and it comes with cpae lenders and cpae banners. So the cpae lenders portion, it allows you with just a few clicks of the mouse to set up some high converting landing pages. Now, we not only host the pages for you, we not only provide you with the domains, we not only make it very simple, in just 2-3 steps to create a brand new landing page that's a high converting one, but actually the landing page you will be using there are not like random templates, or you're not going to have to build things from scratch. You're going to be using the same landing pages that I use. We don't want to give any margin to mistakes there. So you're going to use the exact same pages that I use for my own campaigns. So you will literally be doing everything that I do with the same things and resources that I use. And cpae banners, it's the same thing. For many of those second-tier ad platforms, you have to create some banner ads. And you're going to be using the same banners that I use. So no Photoshop or image editors or anything complicated. You're going to use that tool with a few clicks of the mouse. You're going to have a bunch of ads created for you, high converting ads, the exact same ones that I use, and you will be able to use them for crushing your competition as well. Of course, with my campaigns, I'm always testing new things. When I find something that's really a killer one, I put that in the software. So the software is loaded with the most powerful landing pages and ads that you can use for running your campaign. So this is, just this in itself is already something incredibly powerful. And now one of my favorite ones, the accelerated version. Now, as I'm a customer as well, I buy things all the time. I buy trainings actually as well, because, I always want to learn new things and see what others are doing. But one thing that I don't like when I am on the buyer side is actually to have to go through many upsells. I mean, I don't think upsells are wrong, definitely not. But, just the idea of buying something and then feeling that, okay, I got it, I'm super excited, and then I see that, no, you still have to get something else to make it really good. I don't like it. Just give me a me in the chat if you agree with me and you don't like that type of thing either. Okay, getting many me's here. All right, so because of that, I did create something to be an upsell for cpae Evolution. I confess, it was supposed to be an upsell. But then I thought, okay, let's do it differently. Let's include it already in the program because, no upsells. Let's try to make it straightforward. People join, they take action, and they crush it. As simple as that. So, this upsell is it is the accelerated version of the program, which is now part of the main program. And it gives you access to the campaign analyzer, which is a resource that allows you to submit your campaigns to be reviewed by me and my team. But let me explain how it works, because that's tremendous. So it works like this. Some time ago, like actually years ago, we decided, my team and I, that every week on Fridays, we would stop everything we were doing for 1 hour and just focus on analyzing our existing campaigns, no thinking about new campaigns or other things, just focus on existing campaigns that we're running and trying to find ways to optimize those campaigns and make those campaigns better. And it started to produce amazing results for us. So instead of doing it just once a week, we started doing it like twice a week, then 3-4 times a week. We started doing it every day. And then instead of 1 hour, it became 2 hours because we understood that was the most important thing we could do money-wise. I mean, the most profitable thing we could do was to have that optimization hour. We still call it the optimization hour, but it's now 2 hours a day, and but it still has the same name. So what we do is just to focus on analyzing the campaigns and understanding how those campaigns can really become even better. How a campaign that's making like $500 a day can be taken to $1,000 a day. How a campaign that's making 1,000 can be taken to 2,000. So that's what we try to figure out. And what we do is when you submit a campaign with the campaign analyzer, we'll just throw your campaign in the mix. So your campaign will also be there for us to analyze, like if it was our own campaign. And, some people in the team perhaps won't even notice that it's not one of our campaigns. And your campaign is going to be analyzed exactly like our campaigns are analyzed. And then, of course, I'm going to send you a detailed report and reply explaining everything you have to do to take your campaign to a whole new level. So this is the type of analysis you're going to have access to, and now you probably understand why it was supposed to be an upsell, but you're going to get this included already if you join today. All right? So here's what you're getting. Lifetime access to CPA Evolution 3.0. You're also getting CPA Evolution Accelerated, this upsell, that's not an upsell, that's included. You're getting lifetime access to CPA lenders, and you're getting lifetime access to CPA banners. Now, if we put all of these things together, and here my estimatives are very conservative. The type of analysis that you're going to get access to, and it's unlimited analysis. There's not a limit of campaigns you can submit or for a certain period of time. It's unlimited analysis. That's certainly worth more than $2,997. But, let's be conservative and put just that. So total value here is $6,988. So this is actually a fair price for this, but let me ask you a question. Do you have $6,988 to invest in your business today? Remember, this is a proven system. You just saw it operating. You saw the campaign. It generated hundreds of dollars in a matter of minutes. So it's incredibly powerful. But I mean, if we are, if we are to be realistic, it's obvious that such a high price point would make it out of reach for many, many people. Many people simply don't have the money. It's not a matter of understanding how amazing it is and understanding that it's worth it. If you don't have it, it can be worth it and still you won't go for it because you just don't have the money to invest. So my intention with this program is not just to make money. If that was the only intention, I could just focus on my campaigns. You saw, what kind of results they can produce. So, that's what I did for some time. And I could just continue to do that. However, I think that in business, when you get to a certain level, for you to continue to be, let's say, excited about business, you have to understand one important lesson. And that lesson is that people come first and money comes second. So I'm not going to be doing something that's not viable for me financially or anything like that. But also, I don't have to be too greedy and, see how much it's worth and charge a whole lot of money for the program. So this is not going to happen. You're not going to have to invest that much, really. The price is not going to be even close to that. To be honest with you, you won't even have to pay the full price for CPA Evolution 3.0, which costs $1,997. Last time we did a public opening, that was the price. Public openings are very rare for this program. You will understand why in a moment, but it happened before. Last time, this was the price. Okay, so you're not going to have to pay that full price. And it's just crazy, but you will be getting the softwares plus the accelerated version of the program completely free. So today only, you can get into CPA Evolution 3.0 for just a one-time payment of $997. One time. This is completely insane. All right? It's just crazy. But that's it. You can actually get lifetime access to CPA Evolution 3.0 with a nice, sweet 50% discount. And the accelerated upsell, CPA lenders and CPA banners. Remember, the software is loaded with my own landing pages and ads that you will be using for your own campaigns. You're getting all of that for free today. So this is just insane. This is just crazy. And the link is on your screen now. And you have to take action now. It's really important, actually, that if you feel that this is for you, that you take action now. You'll understand in a moment. But before I explain that, I want to make a few things very clear. First, even though 997 is just an insanely lower price for this program, still, I'm not underestimating that as an investment. I respect you, your money, and I know that it may be a very significant investment for many people. If I was just getting started today, back in the day when I was getting started, this would have been a very significant investment for me. So I understand it. And because of that, I want to promise a few things to you. First, you will never feel lost again. You're going to have personal one-on-one guidance. Chances are that you have never had the experience of having this type of guidance. And not for internet marketing at least. And you'll see that it makes all the difference. It's a completely different experience than just, watching videos or going through PDFs. Also, you're going to have people bumping your motivation every single day. We are an amazing community of marketers, and you will see that it's awesome to be part of it. Also, you're going to get started with any budget or no budget at all. You don't have to worry about buying other tools or investing in traffic. You will be able to get started with no budget if that's your situation. Don't worry, there is a way to do that, and we're going to work together, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And also, you will get rid of all the technical obstacles. You're not going to have any technical skills or take care of any technical stuff. But still, I understand that many of you may be like feeling, it's awesome, but perhaps you have had some bad experiences in the past. So even though you can see it's awesome, you're still reluctant to make it happen. So I want to offer you not one, but two guarantees. Two guarantees. I'm going to offer you a more traditional guarantee that I'm sure you've seen before, but I'm going to offer you an insane guarantee. That's the type of guarantee I wanted to have when I got started with internet marketing in the beginning and was invested in training and trying to learn how to do it. That's the guarantee. That was my dream guarantee at the time, and you will get it today. So just give me a yes in the chat if having some guarantees actually, make it easier for you to jump on board without being afraid of losing anything. Just give me a yes if that's important to you. Lots of yeses. Okay. So the first guarantee, which, as I said, is a more traditional one, it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Very, very simple. As I said, chances are you've seen this one before. Join CP Evolution 3.0, work with me, and implement at least one of these strategies. Okay? If it doesn't work for you, I'll refund your full payment within 30 days. Absolutely no risks for you to take. It's as simple as that. So 30-day money-back guarantee. It's 100% valid for everyone who joins today. All right, but this is a common guarantee, not the awesome one, because this is the type of guarantee that just it ensures that you won't lose money, which is obviously very cool. But you're not here not to lose money. You're here to make a ton of money, right? So this is the dream guarantee that I had in the past, and that I'm making available for you here now. The success guarantee. No student left behind, because you will see that inside CP Evolution, we are like a brotherhood. I mean, no one will be left behind. We are all successful there, and you will be successful as well. If you don't get the expected results within 30 days, I'll give you VIP support. We're going to get on Skype. We're going to build campaigns together based on my most successful campaigns, and I will ensure 100% that you reach the profit zone in no time. Of course, doing all of these things in extra for $997, it's suicide. However, I can offer this type of guarantee because I am sure that you will achieve awesome results with the program. So these guarantees will just kind of make it easy for you to join without being afraid of things, but I'm sure you won't have to use them. But if eventually something really unexpected happens and you get to this point, I will honor 100% this guarantee. You can write down the terms now here that you're seeing on your screen. Like it's 30-day success guarantee, no student left behind, VIP support. Write it down, because if eventually you get to that situation, I'm sure you won't, but if it happens, I will honor every single word that you're listening to now and that you're seeing on your screen now. All right, so you have this success guarantee, which in my opinion is much better than the other guarantee, but I know that people feel safer when they have the 30-day money-back guarantee, so you are 100% backed by that one as well. All right, so not one, but two guarantees. So there is zero risk for you to take today. Zero risk. What kind of business or investment opportunity can actually allow you to run campaigns with a 300% ROI or more and do that without taking risks? I mean, it's really awesome. So that's why I think this is really the opportunity of a lifetime. I understand you may have had bad experiences before, but honestly, those were other people, other situations. I don't care about that. What I care is what I know that my program can deliver to you, what I know that we can accomplish working together. And that's why I can offer those guarantees, being 100% sure that I'll never get into trouble because of that, because I know that my students get results. Okay. And do you know why I'm so confident actually about this mentoring and coaching program? Well, because if you join us today, we will really force you to take action. Succeeding is not an option for our members. We help each other, we motivate each other, we believe in each other. We are a family. We are literally like an army of successful affiliates. Because when you start joining the CPA networks and start working with those companies, you will see that you will meet CPA evolutioneers everywhere. When you go to events, marketing and CPA events, you're going to meet lots of people from CPA Evolution there, because we're literally everywhere now. I mean, I work with many CPA networks myself, but not with all of them. But many networks that I have never worked with, they have CPA Evolutioneers working with them. So we are, in the entire industry now. And I really like the idea of, of these partners, because I don't know if you watched the movie or know the story, but basically they were only 300 soldiers and they could fight a much bigger army with thousands and thousands of soldiers for several days. And they were able to do that because they were really fighting like one. They were protecting each other, working together, fighting together. And because they were like a big unity of 300 soldiers, they were really unstoppable. And I try to have the same philosophy with the CP Evolution program. And it's proven to be very, very efficient over the years, not only for the war, but for marketing as well. So if you're ready to become a CP Evolutioneer, if you're ready to change your business, the link is on your screen, and this is the moment for you to take action. Now, there is one important thing you need to understand, and that's why I said before that you should take action as soon as possible. The beauty of one-on-one coaching is that the type of experience you have and the type of results you will achieve, it's something completely different than anything you've seen or experienced before. So this is the beauty of it. The downside is that I'm a human being and I can't work like with 100, 200 people at the same time. It's just humanly impossible. I still have my own business to take care of. Believe it or not, I have a personal life. So at this moment, I can only let 25 people in. So that's why I don't do public openings for CP Evolution, because I can do only private openings for small groups of people, because if I make a public opening, thousands and thousands and more thousands of people will see the offer, and I'm going to say, okay, I can take 20 people this time. It makes no sense. So I do private openings and always taking only a small number of students to ensure that I'm taking few people, I'm letting few people in, but I'm making all of them successful. Not a few of them, not some of them, but all of them. So today I can let 25 people in. That's what it's possible for me now. That's an average number. Like normally it's 20, 30, 25, 30 people that join in a private opening. And I do a private opening every few months. It doesn't happen very often. Only after these students are already rocking in the cpae space, I consider to take more students. So 25 spots available, a massive, insane discount, and there is more. There is a fast action bonus, because I've been talking about taking action this entire webinar. I think that this is the most important thing, that you actually take action. This is so important. In the beginning, it took me more than a year in my days of struggles with internet marketing to actually figure out something that started making me money. But during that period, I built over 40 different websites and tried a countless number of strategies. So of course, I had no focus. Of course, I was shooting in all directions, having no clue on what I was doing, and that had a zero chance of producing results for me. Yes, I agree with all of that. But there is one thing that no one can say about me in my early days in this industry, that I was lazy or not taking action or procrastinating. I was taking massive action. I was sleeping sometimes like 3-4 hours per night. And for me, my normal is like 7 hours, 8 hours, just to make sure that I would, make my business profitable. And it was very disappointing, because in the beginning, I thought it was going to take like a couple of weeks. And then those weeks were gone. And then I thought it would take a couple of months, and those months were gone. And and my motivation started to be kind of threatened by so many frustrations, but I never gave up and continued to take action until I managed to succeed. So if you are an action taker and you are one of the first 10 people to jump on board today, I'm going to do something very, very special for you. I'm going to put together a case study showing all the details of the campaign that I'm running today, all the details. You will see all the details of the campaign, like the offer, the campaign setup, everything. And you will be able to understand exactly how this type of campaign is possible, how you can set up campaigns like this one. It's for the first 10 action takers only. I think it is an awesome bonus, so make sure to go for it. And let me see here if I can already update the number of spots. I don't know if anyone has already joined it, but let me just confirm. And oh my God, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, I have another computer here with me when I'm just monitoring this, and my assistant is helping me as well. But I'm looking at the new students here now, and I see 6 new people. There is a 7th one, but it seems that it didn't go through. So I will confirm that one, but 6 spots already gone. All right, so it means that 19 spots available. So I just told you that it was like 25. But because of because the link was already available, I think that when I told you it was just 25 spots, some of them were actually already gone. So right now, okay, new number, 19 spots is still available. All right. So make sure to take action. These spots are being taken really, really fast. Well, now I'm going to answer some questions. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know. We will be checking the results of the campaign again in a moment. I'll just pick some questions to answer before we do that. How much money to invest after joining the program? Okay, so if you want to get started with paid advertising like right away, you want to run paid ads, I suggest that you have a budget of at least a couple $100. Okay, $200 for advertising. However, you can start with free traffic. There is that possibility. We have 2 entire modules covering free traffic strategies. And because CPA offers are so easy to promote and get conversions with, they convert well with pretty much any type of traffic. So you can start with free traffic, make a budget, and just then switch to paid advertising. It's totally possible. So you can get started literally with 0 investment. I also saw before, I don't know if I'm going to find a question here. Okay, I found it here. Question by Jane. What tools are required for implementing the program? The only tools that you need for implementing the first strategies in the program are the ones already included in the program. You are not supposed to invest in other tools. In the program, you're going to learn different methods and strategies. You're not going to have to study everything before you get started. It makes actually no sense to do that. You're going to start, we're going to talk, we're going to work together, and we're going to choose one method for you to implement first. You're going to study just that one, you're going to implement it, and we're going to start with a simple, easy method that requires no additional tools. Okay, so as you start making money, $100, $200, $500 a day, and then you start to scale and start to run more complex campaigns and use other methods, yes, you may need tools like a tracker for some advanced modules. We do have some training on modules where you build email lists as well for building long-term assets. So for that, of course, you will need an autoresponder, but none of that is required for using and implementing the first methods in the program. It has to be very clear. So just keep in mind, after you invest to join the program, you need $0 to make your campaigns profitable. If you have a couple $100, you can bypass the free traffic part and go directly to the paid advertising one, but that's not required. Okay, that's optional. All right, so that has to be clear. And don't think about other tools because you won't need any of those. Actually, the idea is to keep things simple, to simplify things and not to make them more complicated. So less tools and more results. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, updated number, 16 spots available. All right, so this is important because 9 spots are already gone. Of course, 16 are still available. However, remember the fast action bonus for the first 10 people who jump on board. And I keep getting messages here, like Matt just said that, but I had others before asking for an update on the campaign results. All right, so let's do it. Let's have another look at the campaign and see how much profit it's generated while we're here talking, right? So I'm not working on the campaign, but it's working for me. And let's see if I got richer while here talking to you. So just say, let's do it in the chat if you want to do it. And people are already putting, let's do it there. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go to my browser again. As before, please give me B as in browser when you see my browser, and we're going to have an update for the campaign. Okay, so same as before here on AirNow Media. Let me just refresh the report. And as you can see, the campaign has now generated $8,897. And the ad spend is now $800.73. So let's go to the cpae network and see what has changed there. And it now has 798 conversions. And the payout here is $2,394. I mean, considering the $800 ad spend there, if my math is not too off, I think that it's around $1,600 in profits, $1,600 in profit here live right in front of your eyes. I mean, is this something, one of the most exciting things you've seen on webinars like ever? Just give me a yes in the chat if you're super excited about this. Not only because you're seeing these results, but because you're going to be able to run your own campaigns and achieve some awesome results as well. Okay, lots of yeses. Great. Okay, back here, and we have now apparently only 12 spots available. Let me actually confirm this. My assistant has helped me with these updates, but this is so fast. I want to check it myself. Give me just a second here. Yeah, it seems that, yeah, that's right. 13 people in. So if my math is good enough, 25 minus 13, it's 12, right? Okay, so 12 spots available. Okay, so while we were checking the campaign results, actually, the 10 spots were gone, plus another 3. And people are asking here, I have Joanne. People are saying that joining the program here are saying I'm in. I'm sorry, I'm not able to see all the messages. Some of them get actually. I missed them because I'm getting so many messages. But I saw Joanne. I already lost Joanne's message actually, but I saw Joanne asking if she had qualified for the fast action bonus. So the answer is yes, because all those 13 people will get the bonus. All right. All those 13 people will receive the bonus, no problem. And Anthony's saying that he's been trying since the 19 spots, but credit card isn't going through. Trying to get another one. All right. I understand it. Okay, so credit card isn't going through. Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I understand that these spots are being taken like so fast. I was expecting many spots to be taken today, the 10 spots to be taken today, but perhaps not so fast. So let's do the following here, because like Anthony and I have Durigi, sorry, I can't pronounce your name correctly, but saying the same thing apparently, or similar thing. So I understand it. Anthony saying it's not his fault. Okay, it's not my fault either, but all right, I understand it. So let's do the following here. Let's say another 5 minutes, right, for you to go through the checkout. So if you are going through the checkout now, or you will be doing it like right now, not in a few minutes, like right now, give me a me in the chat. I'm going to ask Gina, my assistant who's here with me. Gina, please write down the names, include them in the list. These ones who give me me in the chat now. Okay, I can see some me's, like I can see Derek, Rita, and I think I missed another 2. Okay, another one coming. Okay, some 5, 6, 7 me's, I think. Gina will make sure that everyone who give me here in the chat now will be included in the list to receive the fast action bonus if, and only if you join the next 5 minutes. I won't be able to monitor that, but I trust Gina. She has a very good eye, and she's going to be monitoring this. And people who put a me in the chat and join the next 5 minutes or so will be getting the bonus, okay? So that it's fair and gives everyone a fair chance to be in the action takers list and receive that special bonus for joining today. All right? Okay, so let me go to the next question here. Let me just scroll up here and see some questions. Jeremy asked a good one here. Is it hard to join the CPA networks? The answer is no, Jeremy, but let me explain this a little bit better. So first of all, people who are CPA Evolution 3.0 students who are members of the program are literally guaranteed to get into at least one, but normally people get into lots of good CPA networks to start running your campaigns, but at least one is 100% guaranteed. I can guarantee that 100% for many reasons. But first, because I know exactly how those networks work, and you're going to get step-by-step instructions for submitting applications that will get approved. But second, because you're going to be under my wing, and as I said, we are everywhere. Like, CPA Evolutioneers are on all CPA networks. So our program, our program is a well-known program in the CPA space. So just because you remember, that will already give you some extra credit, and they will trust that you will be getting great results. And there are other things as well that I can do on my side to get you into a CPA network guarantee. That's the good thing about being in this space for a long time and having some great contacts there. So I can guarantee 100% for people who join the program. So don't even think about that. It's totally guaranteed. But I'm not gonna here lie and pretend that it's super difficult. You can only join if you are a member. It wouldn't be true. The truth is that joining CPA networks, it's not that difficult actually. You can join networks and it's not that hard. Here's how it works. When you're joining like something like ClickBank, for example, let's say, then it's not that difficult. You just sign up for an account, because for you to get paid commissions, you have to generate sales. So get someone who paid $100 for something, you get paid $50. So there's not a lot of room for fraudsters to do lots of stuff there. But a CPA network, it's different. People can generate fake leads or bot leads, and that is a problem. So the CPA network has to be safe and secure and know that only, good affiliates and real affiliates are joining the network. So the first thing they want to do is check that you are who you claim to be. Like if you're going to tell them your location, your name, and your personal information, they want to make sure that you are indeed that person, that it's not a fake account. And second, they don't want you to be using their offers and their network actually as a kind of testing labs, for testing lots of crazy things. They want to be sure that you have proper guidance and you know what you'll be doing. Another thing that's very annoying for them is people trying to use the affiliate managers as their coaches. Those people are not there to help you or teach you how to run CPA campaigns. You have to know that yourself. They're there to assist you with payout bumps or getting new offers or that kind of stuff. They're not there to teach you how to do CPA marketing. So if the network see that you're a real person applying with your real information, and most importantly, that you have proper guidance, they will let you in. That's the key, So when submitting your applications, just explain it to them, and you will be able to get into the networks. But as I said, for CPA Evolutioneers, it's guaranteed. You're going to get step-by-step instructions there, and there's really no way to go wrong. All right? So let me see. Oh, okay. It seems that only 9 spots are still available. If you've been thinking about joining, it's the perfect moment to do it. You don't want to be left out. One thing to keep in mind, the only risk you can take today is not to join the program, because, if you join, you're backed by 2, iron solid guarantees, and there's no way for you to lose anything. But if you do not secure your set, well, then you may just get back to what you were doing before this webinar, like trying the things you were trying or testing the things we're testing, back to the rat's race. All right. So that's the actual risk here today. All right. So let me go to the next question here. Is it really 100% newbie friendly? Yes, absolutely. This is very important. Let me explain what CPA Evolution is. CPA Evolution is a huge program. It's not like it's just a training. It's a one-on-one coaching program with resources and trainings that you will use for months and even years to come. So there are students in the program who I even, feel bad calling them students, because, they have joined it a few years ago and they are now achieving insane results, making $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a day with CPA offers. So they are actually very good marketers now, very successful marketers. But they still use some stuff from the program. Of course, when I communicate with those students, I get to learn a lot from them as well because they're testing other things, running their own methods. And this is one of the greatest things about running, in doing this program. It's something I didn't anticipate when I created this program for the first time. The first time I created my coaching program, it was back in 2012. It was called cpae Superstars. I had a partner there. Then after that, I created a program without a partner called Williams CPA Coaching. I mean, very creative, right? And then after that, after the Williams CPA Coaching came the first version of CPA Evolution in 2014, a long time ago. Then CPA Evolution 2.0 in 2015. And in 2021, CPA Evolution 3.0. But, these are, things that happened when we had a major updates. And, because the program is always 100% updated. It's receiving updates every week. And we have also live coaching calls every 15 days, every 14 days, actually, every 2 weeks. And the program is very dynamic, full of great stuff. But the first modules, they are 100% newbie friendly. So things that are incredibly simple that literally anyone can do. I mean, a 12-year-old or an 11-year-old would be able to do it. But we have had, all kinds of people we have success stories now in more than 30 countries, if I'm not wrong. And I think the youngest one was like 13 or 14 years old. The oldest ones, I think we had like 3 success stories of people who were like 87 years old. So it works for people of all ages, in all locations. I had that question before also about if this is something that can work from any place in the world. I do it from Brazil. We have students in India. We have students in Asian countries, Latin America. Lots of people, of course, in Europe and in the US, Australia, New Zealand, in some African countries as well. So, when I said that CPA Evolution is everywhere, I really meant that. We are everywhere. There are success stories coming from this program, that came from this program in all countries and in all places and in all CPA networks. So this is 100% newbie friendly. If you have a computer, internet connection, you can make this happen for you. No matter where you are, no matter what's your budget, what skills you have, you can definitely make this work for you. By the way, 6 spots left. All right, now things are getting, we're getting into a danger zone where, in the next update, I don't know if it's going to go like to 5 or maybe to 0. So you better take action if you've been sitting on the fence thinking whether you should do this or not. Because, one thing you understand is that you may have had some negative experiences in the past. I get that, really. But, another thing that I think you have to understand is that, they have nothing to do with the CPA Evolution. Really, nothing. I mean, I know there are other good programs out there. I know many bad programs out there as well. But CPA Evolution has nothing to do with none of them, good or bad. This is a totally different thing. And I'm taking the risk. I'm putting the risk on me when you have not only the money back guarantee, which already, takes away the risk of losing your initial investment, but there is a success guarantee, which is actually a big risk for me, because imagine doing all of that for $997. Really, let's be honest. It's definitely, if you think, only about, the financial aspect, it's definitely not worth it. It's not even possible. But I'm offering you those guarantees because I know that you will get results if you join and take action. Many others have done that. And I wouldn't take the risk if I were thinking that you could get results, but maybe not. Well, then it would be insane to take that kind of risk. But, I'm putting the risk on me because I know this can work for you, okay? And I just saw here that Martin is asking if there is a discount or an installment plan. Okay, a discount. Yes, there is a discount. You're getting like $6,000 off today. That's a pretty good discount, right? Okay, no, seriously. I wish I could offer this for less, even for free. It's just not possible. We offer hosting and domains for all these students. we have to maintain the software. So we have very good programmers working on the softwares full time. I invest my personal time in the program working with the students individually. I have an assistant who works with me in the program, helping me with the more technical aspects, like if someone has an issue with the account or lose credentials, that kind of stuff. So, offering the program for less than $997, it's just not viable. As I said before, people come first and money comes second. So I don't want to offer this for, the real price point that I think it's worth, but I also can't make this something that's just not viable financially for me. So we have to be fair here. $997 makes it a lot more doable for people than like $6,988. It's a lot more doable. It's, something that many people can afford investing in, especially, having the guarantees and understanding that they will be getting results. But also it's something that still keeps this program something viable for me so that it can continue. And, perhaps in a few months from now, there will be another private opening, another group of 15, 20, 25 students will join and will be able to change their lives as well. So this is something that will have like continuity. It's not like something I'm going to do now, see it's not viable, and then stop doing it, I think this is one of the reasons why this program, it's been up for such a long time and always being 100% updated, because I don't try to make a lot of money with it, like offering for the highest price possible. At the same time, I keep it as a viable thing. Now, about the installment plan, yes, we do have that option. Let me put it on your screen. But because I like to be totally transparent, I have to explain something. The one-time payment of $997, it's the best deal ever you will ever find for this program. You never find CP Evolution being offered for less than that. Okay, this has to be clear. So that's the lowest price possible, the best price I can offer to you. But if it's really not possible to you to make that investment now, we do have a flex payment plan. It means that instead of paying $997 now, you will pay $397 now, then the same in 30 days from now, and then you're going to have another payment of $397 in 60 days from now. So it's a total of 3 monthly payments of $397. And if you do the math, I like to be 100% transparent, you will see that it's a little bit more than $997. So there is a small interest there, okay? So the one-time option is still the best deal, but the flex plan is also a no-brainer. And the most important thing is that no matter which plan you choose, both guarantees apply for both give you access to the same thing. The most important thing is that you take action and secure your set. All right, so let me see what other questions we have here. I want to wrap these up, and because we are already with only 3 spots left and hundreds of people have the link, so they will be gone real soon. But let me pick another question or two here just before we wrap these up. Let me see. How frequently will I get paid by the cpae networks? That's a good question. Yeah, so normally it depends on the cpae network, but the regular thing is weekly payments. If you start doing volume on the networks, start generating like 4 figures a day there, it's very likely that some of them will give you the option to get paid every day or every 2 days, business days, of course. But, normally when you're just getting started, it's weekly payments. So it's nice because, if you think about this, it's not a lot of time. You get paid every week, and each network has a different day, a different payout day. Sometimes for some networks, it's on Friday, others on Thursday. But let's say you get paid every Friday. So during the weekend, you can take some time to plan your next campaigns, and in the next week, you can run campaigns using that money that you just received. This is something you can do in the beginning to build that cash flow. Of course, when cash flow is no longer a problem for you, you're not going to have to worry about when you're getting paid. But in the beginning, you can do this. So let's say in the first week, you invest just $100, but you generate, let's say, $300. So when you get that $300 in the next week, you can invest $300 to make $900. And then, if you have $900, perhaps you can get another $100 to make it $1,000. and you're already in your third week, like making $3,000, $2,000 profit in 1 week, and it's less than a month, so you can actually make this, work for you in a short period of time. It's really possible that you make this work for you in a short period of time. All right, this is not complicated. This is simple. Again, you just have to be an action taker. That's why I'm even rewarding action takers today. You have to be an action taker. All right, it's really, really important. And I think that if you join today, it's not possible to say exactly when you will start to getting results because it varies from one person to another. But we will immediately start to work with you. We're going to work together. My assistant will get in touch with you. You're going to have direct access to me. We will talk. We'll get you going. And we will ensure that it doesn't take a lot of time for you to see results. You're going to go through some lessons. I'm going to show you some stuff. And you're going to start working on your campaigns. You're going to take action, and make it happen. All right? And only a couple of spots left. So I just want to say some final words here. Well, first, thanks a lot for attending. I hope you got value from today's webinar. I hope you understand how powerful CPA can be. I hope you understand how you should be generating traffic, regardless of joining the program or not. But one thing I think you should, think very well about, now that we have only 2 spots left, only a couple of spots left. So you're about to miss out this one, miss this opportunity. So missing this one, I think, would be really a huge mistake. You're not taking risks. You not only saw the results that some students have been achieving with this program, but you saw a live campaign demonstration. Really, how many times have you seen that before? It's not the most common type of thing, And it's something that I always wondered about, in the past when I saw people talking about their campaigns, and I used to think, okay, why don't you show a campaign? I mean, not a screenshot from a campaign that you run like in the past century, but why don't you show a campaign here now? If it's, sometimes people say it's simple. Okay, if it's simple, let's see it, So I always wondered that. And then when I started doing the webinars, I thought, okay, so I'm going to run a campaign live. Today, the campaign was very successful, which is pretty good. It could have, it could have generated perhaps only $500, $600, live. I'm not touching the campaign. I'm not optimizing it. I'm not making any adjustments. So, it was possible that it would make like 500, 600, maybe, less than it made today. Could have generated more, actually. We could be, beyond like $2,000 or $3,000 profit. So I can't know for sure before the webinar how much the campaign is going to make, but I know it's going to make something. And that should be enough to show you that this is real. I mean, this is something that's making me money. Other people are doing it as well. And you're now having the opportunity to do it. This opportunity most likely won't be available tomorrow. I can say that because I see that only 2 spots are available. And, you may be thinking, but, he will be doing a private opening again in the future. Probably yes. I don't know when, but don't have a date yet. But it's possible that yes, likely actually. But it's going to be a private opening. How are you sure that you will ever have a chance to participate in that opening? It's for a small group of people. Perhaps, another friend of mine who has an audience there. We're going to do it for his audience. And if you're not there, you're not having the chance. So for you, it may be the only chance you have to get into the program. And if what I'm saying here and if what I'm showing here for some reason doesn't happen for you, then you take the guarantees and that's it. You're not going to be blaming yourself for anything. You tried it and then you requested a guarantee. Okay, so you don't have to blame yourself. But that's not going to happen. And the problem is that deep inside by now, because you've seen live results, it's very likely that you know that you can get results with this. So if you miss the opportunity, then you're going to be, knocking your head on the wall next time you struggle with something that doesn't work or that's too complicated. So why not try it? I mean, if you feel that this is for you, take one of these spots, right? So that's it. I don't want to make it any longer. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here today. And I want to say that I'm super excited to work with the new students. I really look forward to working with the new students and making every single of you successful. All right. So Thanks everyone for attending, and I look forward to meeting you on the other side. Take care.